There now follows a party election broadcast.
Good evening. This Thursday, the nation faces a choice between Mr. Major, Mr. Kinnock, and Mr. Ashdown. But there is an alternative. Me. I am different to them. I don't wash my pants. It's not nature's way. Lovely. Milky, milky.
Picture this. When I give you something far, far away.
You bugger.
Picture this. Picture this.
I just joined Amnesty International, and we wanted to write this letter to General Pinochet of Chile to get him to release these political prisoners. And I wrote, you know, a very polite letter, and he wrote back, and we've become pen pals. That was the least I could do. I mean, imagine being locked up like the hostages were and never knowing when you're going to get out. I mean, what keeps you going?
For 4 years, I was in isolation, chained up to a wall with no one to speak to but a few cursory words with the guard who brought me my food. But in my last year, I was moved into a different cell and chained up next to this man here, John Hadley. And I really want to take this opportunity to tell the world that John Hadley is an incredible, in fact, an unbelievable wanker. A more tedious, irritating, bad-breathed, unfunny, let's play Botticelli, guitar-infested...
OK, let's talk about unfunny. OK, ladies and gentlemen, OK, imagine this every morning, and I mean every morning. Hey, John, where shall we go today? In fact, while we're here, millions of TV cameras, ladies and gentlemen, Bob's impression of Bruce Forsyth. Come on, Bob, didn't they do well?
OK, well, if you spend over a year locked in a room with someone, obviously, you do a lot of talking, you share a lot of secrets. And apparently, when John was 14, he once put super glue up his arse for a dare and had to have it flannelled out by a friend of the family.
OK, ladies and gentlemen, but at least, ladies and gentlemen, I was not the one who started a lot of late-night conversations with the phrase, you know, John, when you really think about it, there's no actual biological difference between the inside of a man's mouth and a woman's mouth.
If you believe the media, people spend their evenings clubbing, catching the latest films, staying out till the small hours. But actually, many of us prefer a quiet night in. Napoleon was never happier than with his feet up in front of the fire reading the IKEA catalogue. Of course, if you do want to stay in, it doesn't mean you have to let the telly rule your life.
Oh, why don't we just turn this off?
Yeah, let's have a conversation for once.
Did you see EastEnders last night?
No, I was watching Strike It Lucky.
Of course, some people have to stay in. Once you have children, you can't leave home without arranging the babysitter.
Right on time.
Come on in. We've left you something to eat.
The other thing that has revolutionised the evening in is the advent of home delivery food, especially pizza. There's so many of these places now. Where I live on Friday and Saturday nights, the roads are really hazardous, with people skidding on bits of green pepper and tomato. It's a serious anchovy black spot round there. Quite why videos are so popular, I don't know. They put posters for all the new films in the windows of the video shop, but once you get inside, it's a different story.
It's new. It's tough. It's not good enough to be shown at the cinema.
All the rubbish that doesn't even get a cinema release gets shoveled straight into your local video shop.
Oh, there's so much choice. Busty Brenda's Bollock Bonanza. Unsubtle Violence 2. Oh, look, it won the Chuck Norris Award for Most Rubbish Film of the Year. Oh, God, this lasts 4 hours. It's the Abdominizer commercial.
Actually, commercials are about the only thing that you can't get on video, which is amazing, because I'm sure they'd be really popular. Be a great present for someone you really hate. Here you are, it's the complete series of Renault commercials.
Papa.
Nicole.
Out on the pool again.
Of course, if you don't want to watch videos from the video shop, you can always watch the videos that they show on TV. I am constantly staggered by Caught in the Act and You've Been Framed. Because to get people to send in clips, both those shows offer financial inducements, and you do get the distinct impression that people with camcorders are deliberately arranging things to go wrong, just to get on the programme.
Britannia, marmalade and jam. 5 Chinese crackers up your arsehole, bang, 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 bang.
Has anybody here been on a camping holiday at all? God, I hated it. I don't know if it's the same at your campsites, but at my campsite, you had to carry your toilet paper with you to the toilet. Or, if you prefer, a large placard bearing the words, "I'm just going to have a big shit now." I'm just going to take a big dump. And toilet paper in hand. You have to walk past a sexy Belgian 18-year-old you've been flirting with all week.
Hi, I use pink paper.
The pressure to cop off hung over my holiday like an English sky. It would have been nice to see the cathedral. And back home, if you share a flat with lots of people or live with your parents and bring someone illicit home late at night, you suddenly find that someone has turned up the volume on your house.
Shh.
Just switch on the light. Oh, no, I've just turned on the elephant.
As Valerie Singleton once said.
Every time I turn on my TV, I discover that my chances of ever going out with anyone ever again have just crashed. You know, there was that virgin birth woman, yeah, real smart idea. Tell everyone about it, why don't you? Yeah. The new AIDS advert put the fear of God at me, that advert.
This is not the voice of an actress.
I'll tell you, I saw that, I thought, that's it. From now on, I am only shagging actresses.
Ray's disorder can, of course, be seen as part of the postmodern condition, a society where one isn't socially acceptable unless one is being cynical and ironic and detached from one's emotions all the time. You see, the one time Ray seemed to fit in, I remember, was when he found himself at a media party in a Soho wine bar.
Yeah. So, has anyone seen Edward Scissorhands? Oh, what a great film. Oh, I was in tears.
Yeah, I cried for ages.
Yeah, I really think so.
Yeah, so do I.
Oh, yeah, the tragic outcast in a cruel world that doesn't understand him.
Yeah, I really relate to that bit as well.
And what about that moving scene? Hold me, I can't.
Oh, boo-hoo-hoo! Oh, wow! Boo-hoo-hoo! Have you got it as well?
No, but Jason hasn't. He's not even going.
In a flash of insight, I arranged for Ray to have a deaf foster mum, which was a perfect relationship, and they would chat for hours. Although Ray almost jeopardised things with that strange tic he had developed at the time.
And my most precious moment back then, Ray, was when I actually met Paul McCartney. No, I did. He was a lovely bloke.
Although later this became unsuitable as the lady in question had a somewhat prodigious love life and Ray ended up being neglected, which was an absolute disgrace. Anyway, it was also around about this time that a friend gave him a present, a long player by a group called, somewhat ironically, as this was a breakthrough of sorts, The Cure. And Ray, who had a deep love for the group, was so moved by this and so desperate to thank his friend without sounding sarcastic that a very strange thing happened.
Godverdamme, mijn spreude huid is net als ik hoop.
He started speaking Flemish.
Mama, mama, mama.
Interest in Ray's condition had now spread amongst the psychoanalytic community following the publication of my paper about him called Are You Taking the Piss or What?
He says you have a very nice beard. He is happy at last being able to communicate.
Ray's Flemish was getting on well, and it seemed he may yet have a glorious future amongst the Belgian farming community. When, sadly, the inevitable happened.
Zo, die stetters in Trengens en dik ja.
I'll have you know I'm a very good translator. Pissing off to you!
Ray became very down after this latest setback, and I never saw him again. Although I did receive a postcard from him in which he wrote that at least he'd had a chance meeting with his hero, the, I gather, vocal lead of his favourite group.
Son has got his hat on, hip, 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 hip.
Oh, God, it's Robert Smith. Oh, I'm so excited. Lost in a forest. I love that. You're my hero.
No, what a personal disaster.
The trouble with being in a pub with a jukebox is that you spend the whole evening just sitting there going, who on earth put this on? There's a pub near me that's installed a device to solve this problem. Hey, what's this? It's rubbish. One of the delights of living in London is getting on the Underground just after the morning rush hour, sitting down with your paper, the doors close, you glide out of the station, and just as you think...
Thank you very much indeed. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I'd just like to cheer you on your way to work with a smile and a song. Thank you.
The word busker comes from a French word meaning to irritate people in public without asking. One of the great unspoken truths of urban life is that when people say, oh, yeah, buskers are great, they add soul to the bleakness of the city, what they mean is buskers are a pain in the arse. For a start, they all sing the same 3 songs.
Little darling, it's been a long, cold, lonely winter.
And inevitably, they can't be bothered to learn the difficult bit.
Here comes the sun, and I say, it's all right. Little darling.
Every now and again, there's a fad. Like about 2 years ago, the Gypsy Kings made all buskers think the way to get money was to add a Spanish flavour to their playing.
Little darling.
Quite a few buskers are like carol singers. They don't expect to have to do much for the money.
I am just a poor boy, though my story's seldom...
Thank you very much,
ladies and gentlemen. Thank you.
Actually, a lot of pop stars talk wistfully about busking. Hey, that song you like? You know, we just busked it one day.
Little darling, it's been a long, cold and lonely winter.
Welcome once again to History Today. I'm afraid that tonight the axe is hanging over our programme. We have been warned that unless we properly explore tonight's topic of discussion, the Industrial Revolution, my and Professor F.J. Lewis's tenure on the television will be terminated forthwith. So, Professor Lewis, what do you feel were the primary problems faced by urban society during the period 1702 to 56?
Well, the Industrial Revolution caused a shift to urban conurbations by what had been largely agrarian population and communities and so forth. This led to very poor living conditions, and in his journal, Samuel Pepys gives a particularly harrowing account of one man whom he describes thus. He had scurvy and rickets and was covered from head to foot in festering sores. All in all, he was quite the most ghastly apparition of a man I had ever seen.
I see. And who exactly was this poor unfortunate?
That's you, then. That's the nicest thing he could find to say about it.
I see. See that M. Khan?
I have certainly heard of the fellow.
He's your best mate here. He's like your special friend. You are him. Professor F.J. M. Khan is bent.
Oh, aha. See a piece of old crust with, like, blue mold all over it?
Oh, that's got a bit wet in the corner.
Yes, that's right. And very stale and hard.
Has it been on the floor?
Yes, it has been on the floor. And it smells very bad because it's off.
Yes.
That's your dinner, that is. That's what you have at Christmas. That's your special birthday meal.
See this? That's you, that is.
Sorry, I didn't see you do anything then. What you did was this. See this? That's you, that is. Oh, are you pulling a funny face now? Oh, that's horrible. Oh, stop it now.
You know that song? That's your favourite, that is. That's your favourite #1 song of all time. Oh, you've had a haircut. Haircut. Haircut.
See that Theo Kojak? That's you, that is.
See that bit of flob?
Yes.
That's you, that is.
No, that's your swimming pool. In your garden. Oh, look, there's your mum.
Well, I think no one can be in any doubt that we have had tonight a most rich and enlightening debate. Professor Lewis, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Please welcome that equally talented vocal partnership, Shakespeare's sister.
When your pride is on the floor, I'll make you beg for more. Stay with me.
What do I pay you for exactly?
Women apparently think I have go-to-bed eyes. They look at them and say, go to bed. The art of seduction is a difficult one, and some people have it and other people don't have it, and those people don't have it. But in the first flush of youth, even the most staid of people are constantly on the lookout.
Hello. The atmosphere here in Westminster is goodness. You don't get many of those to the pound. Mr. Heath is confident of victory in the... Whoa, hey, hello there, baby. What a cracker. You should be leader of the Conservative Party, babes.
And that wish came true in 1990. Perhaps one of the most romantic people in the world is that bloke in the milk tray adverts. Now, there's a man who knows how to end a relationship. OK, I've left you your chocolates. Bye.
Actually, there was a survey in the papers recently which said that women are more likely to want to sleep with men who can make them laugh. I'll just be a couple of minutes.
Women also complain that men seem to mainly want to go out with younger women. But that's because we are trained to it at school.
You can't get a 15-year-old girl to look at a boy of the same age. When I was in the 4th year, Susan Bellinger wouldn't even pass the time of day. No, she was too busy drooling over Martin Thomas because he could get into the pub, had a Honda 50 with full-face helmet, and had once been in the audience for Top of the Pops. Of course, once I got to 18, I had the run of the 4th formers. I asked out Lorraine Machin, and she told me to piss off.
Of course, for those who lack the art of seduction, life can be pretty miserable. Hello, Inspector.
It's a tragedy, Lewis. Years of neglect and lack of human contact taken its toll, just faded away and died.
Professor Taylor was a misunderstood man, sir.
I'm talking about my penis, Lewis. I haven't pulled in 5 series.
Well, you nearly did last week, sir.
You should see the state of my sheets, Lewis.
Would you like me to fetch the
I bet
pathologist?
Poirot doesn't have this problem, fat little Belgian bastard. Probably had it like a rabbit.
Yes, sir.
Even Taggart gets it more than me. He looks like the back end of an elephant. I'd give Miss Marple one if I could find her.
Of course, the great myth of romance always ends up in a wedding, and that means that most sordid of all occasions, a stag night. These are so horrid that I'm convinced the reason Kermit always managed to get out of marrying Miss Piggy was he just couldn't face it.
4 and 20 tadpoles come down from Inverness.
Now, at this point, I'd just like to mention, while we're talking about sex and seduction, the chamomile lawn. I mean, what kind of person can seriously have watched all of that?
Me. It's my favourite. Hello. Incidentally, while we're on the subject, I'm very interested in this survey about women being attracted to men who can make them laugh. Hello. Lovely. Milky milk.
Daytime TV is the death of the soul between 10 and 3. I look at the people on it, I just think one day what they do will suddenly taste like cold ash in the mouth.
So, as I think we've all noticed, it's a bit nippy out. So, what I would suggest is that you nip the leaves here, here, and here. So, moving on to the aspidistras.
The same empty, repetitive phrases. Lynn Fallswood should be told that she's no longer allowed to use the phrase potential death trap, or if she does, she has to smile after she said it.
So, strange as it may seem, this double glazing could be a potential death trap.
Death toy holiday nightmare. Watchdog is like the infliction of one person's tiny neuroses onto a nation as a whole.
So, strange as it may seem, this pot plant could be a potential death trap. This banana could be a potential death trap. And this salt cellar is a 200-foot black angel of the night that pumps us with diabetes as we sleep.
Daytime TV, it sucks you in, you know, like you vegetate with it. Like you sit there all day thinking, I've closed the curtain, why is there still a rhombus of sunlight on the screen? And whole weeks go by when my deepest and most innermost thought is, who would I most like to shag out of Neighbours? Because obviously, for ages, it was Bronwyn, right? And before that, Jane, and I'm prepared to admit that Kylie Minogue looks all right in a certain light, right? But now who is there? Gemma, no thank you. Melanie, I prefer Bouncer. Those two twins they've got are clearly supposed to provide some sort of glamour element, but one of them's got a bit of a wonky mouth, right? And, yeah, and you'll never be able to get that out of your mind, even if you're actually doing it with the nicer one. Right? So your best bet now, I think, is Helen. No, remember what I've said earlier about fellatio and having no teeth, right? Also, I noticed Des has left now because he was turning into a member of Shawaddy Waddy. It saps your soul, though, daytime TV, you know. It's a universe full of bland, well-adjusted presenters who all look like they've never had a troubled emotion in their whole life.
Well, with the time coming up to 12:15, it's time for some music. And we're very pleased to have with us in the studio today, Hot Foot from nationwide novelty songsmith, Richard Still Not Dead.
Some folk work up a lather about that M25 palaver, the ozone layer, and when Prince Charles should reign. But me, I have no yen to watch the news at 10. Not till they make this the leading question of the day. Why do people leave the cap of the toothpaste off? It makes it go all hard and sink to the sink. And is it the same people who don't screw up the top of the bottle and make go flat my fizzy drink?
Hey! Oh, shit! Why'd they do that, Richard? Scumbags! This is the most beautiful song ever.
They say the United Nations can't control proliferation. But if I put a soapbox at Speaker's Corner and said, I really want to warn you, this is the only thing I'd really want to say.
Why do people leave the cap of the toothpaste off? It makes it go all hard and stick to the sink. And is it the same people who don't screw up the top of a bottle and make go flat my fizzy drink? Fizzy